Trent Finnegan here with Buff Sports, and today I'm bringing you the inaugural episode of Buff's Film Room, a new series here on the YouTube channel where we're going to be looking at key plays from the previous week's football game, drawing them out on the paper, talking about what went right in certain plays, what went wrong in certain plays, and where the Buffs need to adjust, or looking at what they did well. Very excited for this series. This week, we're going to be looking at the CSU game. Obviously, if you guys watch the game, a little rocky start in the first quarter, first half. Turned it on late in the game, ended up pulling out the win in double overtime. There's some good from the game that we're going to take a look at, and some bad things from the game that if the Buffs keep up, Oregon's going to have a field day with them next week. So, very excited. Let's get into the plays. Highlight here is going to look at Shiloh Sanders' anticipation, his ball skills on the defense side of the ball. You're going to see here the Buffs are in zone, and that means everyone's going to start by taking a step back to read this play. Back, 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 back. But Shiloh, who's right here, you see his goal helmet, he's going to start by stepping forwards because he knows we got 2nd and 14. This team, their tendency is to get into a more third manageable, so they're going to try and go short. And what he does is when he steps forward, he's able to make a big-time play on this ball and get the Buffs ahead in this ball game. They started off slow. This was looking at them being down 3 or down 7. Instead, he jumps it, turns on the burners. 10, 14-point swing for the Buffs, gets them up early in this game. This was a huge play, even though with how early it was, because the Buffs offense was really stagnant at some points in this game. Next play I want to highlight here is we got 3rd and 8 for the Buffs, and they had lost a lot of momentum here. Travis Hunter just took that big hit. They let up the scoop and score and the trick play touchdown, so they're down 7. Getting a field goal here is all right, but you really want to be able to tie this game, get some momentum back on your side. You see you got empty with trips to the field side. That means Buffs are on this right hash. This is the field side, the wider side. So the safety back here is going to be shaded slightly over here to the field side. So that means this guy's going to drop, the safety's going to play the middle, and this guy's going to drop as well. However, with this safety shading over to the field, it's going to leave a bit of room for Xavier Weaver in the slot here. He's already inside of this corner. He's going to be able to run kind of a skinny post into the end zone and get a decent spot. And Shadur Sanders has got to throw a laser, got to get that ball in on time. And he does. Big touchdown, ties the game for the Buffs. Now later in the game, the Buffs' run defense here needed a big stop. 3rd and 1, you got a tight formation, a run's likely coming. And what we're going to get here is a zone split action from the Rams. So all these linemen are just going to come down, 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 down. And this guy's going to pull and hit the edge. And so what's going to happen here is Juwan Mitchell is going to be able to fill and make the play here. However, he, instead of filling in the hole, comes outside towards Fowler Nicolosi, the quarterback. And for some reason, Fowler Nicolosi isn't the greatest run threat. I don't know if this was Mitchell's responsibility to stop the quarterback run or if he just decided to take himself out of the play. But he goes outside, and it leaves a massive hole for the Rams running back. He's able to capitalize on this 3rd and 1, get the Rams a big chunk play. And another thing you see here is the Buff safeties are lined up really far off the ball for a 3rd and 1. So you see Mitchell took himself out of the play. Rams blocked this play really well. But then the Buff safeties are still back here. You see this is Shiloh over here. He's starting to step down to make a play. But nobody's going to touch this running back until he's 10 yards past the line of scrimmage, which shouldn't happen on 3rd and 1 when the run's most likely coming. See, gets hit at 10 yards, pushes forward for a couple extra, gets a big play. And in that part of the game where you're up 4 and you need a big first down on the road, that's a huge play to keep that drive going. Next thing from Saturday's game I want to look at is the drag routes that CU couldn't seem to stop from Colorado State. And you see here, 3rd and 7, same drive after that 3rd and 1 run. Gonna need a stop here for that defense. Give your offense a bit of momentum. This guy's going to clear out. This guy's going to clear out. This guy's going to clear out. You got man coverage over the board because the Buffs are bringing 6. So that leaves Silman Craig here is matched up one-on-one with the Rams tight end. However, you see here, Silman Craig is going to get, if we slow it up, he's going to get a quick outside move. He doesn't get his hands on until he's already beat to the inside. He's behind on the route, and he actually recovers well. But Fowler Nicolosi puts the ball in a great spot, only where his guy can catch it. Silman Craig misses. Since we're in man coverage and everyone else cleared out, no one's going to have a great angle to make the tackle. Big fella trots in for the touchdown. Goes up 11 on the road with 11 minutes left in the game. Huge play there. Another thing I want to look at is Shedeur Sanders has been sacked 15 times this year in 3 games. And part of the reason is on some of these plays, he's trying to extend the play too much when he should just throw it away. So now you see here we got 2nd and 10, down 11, ball's on the 15. If you got nothing open, just throw the ball away. Losing yards here is not what you want because a 3rd and 10 you can get with this, how potent this offense is. 3rd and 17, not so much. You see here Sanders is he's gonna break one tackle after this late blitz comes from his left side. Left tackle has a shift. Guard doesn't have help to his outside anymore. Guy gets through. And you see Shedeur breaks this sack. However, after this, he's got nowhere to go. Just throw the ball away. Take the loss. 3rd and 10. Much more manageable. Instead, he tries to do too much with his legs. Gets caught. Now you put your offense in a bad situation. And they end up kicking the field goal. It was a long field goal. They end up making it. But converting that next 3rd down was very difficult because he didn't just punt the play, get rid of the ball, go to the next down. Something he's going to have to improve on because he's taken so many sacks here. And so the final play I want to look at showcases just the creativity of Sean Lewis's offense. You see the situation, tie game, Buffs have the ball first in overtime. You got to score to win the game in overtime. And so I'll just start showing the play. You see Mikey Harrison's going to squeeze through, come across. He's open, catches the ball for the touchdown, what ends up being the game-winning touchdown. But on this play, the play designed by Sean Lewis really schemed Mikey Harrison open. It's fantastic play design. You see Jimmy Horn is here. He's going to come in motion, and that's going to draw these 2 linebackers out. And then on the other side, you got Dawson's going to occupy this guy. Weaver is going to run a post, and that's going to occupy this guy. And then you have Dylan Edwards is going to kind of sneak out of the backfield here, and that's going to occupy this guy. And so what then happens is Mikey Harrison, who's right here, he's going to get a big-time chip on this D-end, give Sanders a little bit more time. And then he's just going to leak through. And then since these guys have been pulled over here and these guys are occupied with Edwards, Harrison's just going to be able to turn it upfield. This guy's going to be occupied by Weaver. He's going to be wide open. It's a fantastic play design by Sean Lewis and arguably the biggest moment of their season so far. So he gets that chip, so when Shedeur rolls out, he's got more time. All the other guys are occupied by the Buffs receivers. Harrison turns it upfield. Great play design. Ends up being the game-winning touchdown for him.
Big thing next week, in my opinion, is going to be, can the Buffs generate a pass rush? Last year against Oregon, obviously very different Buffs team last year, but a similar Oregon team. Big key, they didn't come close to touching Bo Nix once in that game. They paid the price for it, getting lit up on the defensive end. This year, hopefully they can rattle Bo Nix a little bit, get him out of his comfort zone, force some turnovers, and that'll help them get going on defense, fire up the offense. You see, Buffs did a lot of good things this week, a lot of bad things this week also. If they keep those bad things up on defense, Bo Nix might throw for 500 yards on him. That's just how it is. It's going to be interesting to see how the Buffs adjust. Thank you guys for watching. That's all we got for this episode. We'll see you next week.